Hey, it's Brian from Strong Tower Training. I'm back and we're talking about kinesiology tape and the top 5 applications, my favorite applications for them. And we're going to finish up with number 4 and 5 today. So number 4 is a lymphatic duct tape. And with this one, I'm going to take a full width strip of kinesio tape and I'm going to cut it in half. And then just like we did in the previous ones, around those corners, make sure that it doesn't catch on clothing quite as much. Our lymphatic ducts are the primary drainage areas for the lymphatic system back into the circulatory system, and this is part of how our body gets rid of toxins. So if you've ever seen indoor fish tank, maybe a friend, family member had one of those giant tanks with all the gallons and all the nice saltwater or freshwater fish, and maybe they take really good care of it, and they open the cupboard underneath and showed you this big filtration system, right? And so when the filter works really well, the water stays clean, the fish stay alive, they're happy and healthy. When the filtration system gets ignored, it's not cleaned often, doesn't work well, the water gets dirty, fish are not so healthy and happy. Our lymphatic system is a lot like that filter for the blood, which would be the water up in the top tank. So those two systems work a little bit like a fish tank, just a good analogy to help kind of bring that home. But going back to our lymphatic ducts, this is where, again, the lymphatic system joins to the circulatory system, and it's a really key area to keep clear and keep healthy. So this is right under your collarbone on the right and the left side. Your sternoclavicular joint is where your sternum and your collarbone come together. So the chest bone and collarbones. Okay, we got one on the right, one on the left. I'm just going to show you, for the sake of the video, pick my left side today. We're going to go about 3 fingers widths. It's usually 2 or 3 fingers widths from that chest bone and that joint. And there's usually a soft space right under the collarbone there. That's going to be where we start the application of the tape. So I'm going to rip again. Make sure that I have the backing pulled on half of that tape. And then we're going to go ahead and tuck the tape right on that beginning of that lymphatic duct. And then when we pull the skin this way towards the shoulder on that same side, staying under the collarbone, so I'm going to create this drag and pull the tape and then apply it down. I would stretch it about 50% of its total capacity. So with that 50% stretch, we're dragging the skin towards the shoulder again. That actually opens up the duct. So this is a great application for days where you're going to be a little bit more active. If you're going to be sitting on a plane or you're not feeling well, you're in bed for the day, not a good day to do the lymphatic duct application, because those are days where we're just probably not getting enough movement to help drive some good lymph flow. So this would be days that you're going to take a walk, you're going to go do a workout at the gym. Those days would be awesome to get your lymph duct taped. And again, that little bit of drag towards the same side shoulder is going to help open that area up, improve lymphatic flow. If you notice things like you feel better, you feel more energetic, maybe if there's been areas of like a little bit of puffiness or inflammation in the body and those clear or go away, that would be a big win for this application. So that's application number 4. Number 5 is anywhere where there's a scar. And in working with our clients, oftentimes we will pressure check an area. So we'll actually move the skin around, and we're basically talking to the brain through the skin, which is our biggest organ, by the way. So the brain and those receptors, or the skin and those receptors in the skin, we're changing the direction of pull and finding out what the individual's brain likes the most. So we'll pull the skin one way and then check range of motion or strength, different ways to test and retest, but we're saying, okay, around this scarred area, especially if you don't feel that area very well, what direction of pull does your skin like to be stretched? Oftentimes that's likely the direction of pull that was, quote, normal before the scar happened or was created. The scar can actually create some of its own skin stretch and pull and cause a difference in the communication to the brain. So scarred areas are often a challenge, but they're also high payoff areas where if we don't do sensory retraining and work to rehab and improve those areas, sometimes we won't get the most that we can out of our movement, out of pain reduction and performance improvement. So that pressure checking is my last favorite around scarred sites. So we'll use that quite a bit working with one-on-one clients. Hope this helps. Remember to like the video, subscribe if you haven't, follow if you're on Instagram. Thanks.